Okay everyone, this video is to show you how to work through our new MedRoom monthly check. It's a neat feature that we kind of figured out with Check-It that is going to allow us to track expiration dates in an easier way. You won't have to submit tickets for missing inventory items because if we go through these checks correctly, then you will see the inventory bar that's highlighted in red on my phone with missing inventory, and you'll be able to go through and see what's missing. So we're just going to go through real quick a monthly MedRoom check. I'm sorry I can't record like actually looking at medications, etc., but I'll try to walk you through it as best I can. So let's go to station 45. If you look at all checks, you see there's the MedRoom monthly check. That's what we're going to do. So we're going to start a check on the MedRoom monthly check. And if you click down on that, you're going to see all the shelves as well as some notes to kind of walk you through it. So the first note that you see says medications may have more than one expiration date. Adjust quantity next to corresponding expiration dates. So if you look at that screenshot, it says select lot, remove lot. The lot is actually referring to the expiration date. When you are checking these medications, you need to look and make sure that you're counting the appropriate quantity for that expiration date. We've tried to bundle those expiration dates together to make it easier for you to open a drawer and see that there are 6 albuterol expiring in March of 22, for example. So in a later video, I'm going to show you how to check in inventory items. If you are checking in drugs, please group them together somehow with rubber bands in a Ziploc bag. I really don't care. Group them together in their expiration dates to make it easier for the next person doing the check to just glance at that lot. For bulk quantity items, an estimated number is acceptable. However, if an item appears close to par or below par, please provide an accurate count. All that means is we don't expect you to count every single Tegaderm. So if you glance in a Tegaderm box and it looks like there's a lot in there, that's fine. You can set it to par or 50 or just give a rough estimate. But if you look in the box and you notice that there's maybe like 5 or 6, please count those individually and report them so that we're aware that we need to order them. If you have questions about that, just reach out to Tanner or myself. So let's start on MedRoom Shelf 1. So 45 MedRoom Shelf 1 is all your drugs. So if you scroll through, you see under lemon swabs, 11 of 5 each. The second number is your par. The first number is how many are actually there. So these are all good because they meet or exceed par. You'll see that they're highlighted. So this is where you're going to go through and examine each lot that's grouped together. You see on the right-hand side of the screen, like aspirin, for example, has 2 lots. So if you were to expand that, you would see that there are 3 bottles expiring in January of 22 and 1 bottle expiring in March of 22. So you would adjust those numbers accordingly to each of the specified expiration dates. So you would just scroll through, let's say everything's good. What's nice about this program is if there is no change to the inventory, it carries over how many numbers. So if you look at the lidocaine, 3 were reported on the last check. If there's no change to those 3, then it just stays the same. You can leave it. If somebody used 1, just subtract 1 and so on. We are out of Epi 1 to 10,000 up here currently. It's on order, but you see that is highlighted in red, which means it is below par. And the same with the IO needle, also on order. All right, so let's say you got through all of that. All your IV catheters look great. All your fluids look great. So you're going to submit count. It's going to ask you again, are you sure? Yep, submit it. All right, shelf 1 is done. So now we're going to move to shelf 2. Shelf 2 is like pretty airway related. So again, you know, just take a glance at like the bigger ticket items. So here we have Entitle nasal cannula adult 14 of 10. If it looks like it's at 10 or below 10, then please provide an accurate count. But these all look really good. All right, so submit count. There you go. Shelf 3, I'm just going to scroll through so you can see what the very end looks like. Glancing at that stuff, everything looks good. Submit count. Shelf 4. We're missing a few things like some of the Lucas stuff. Confirm they aren't there. Now let me give you another option. You can, instead of submitting count there, if you want to just go through seamlessly, then you can hit the next compartment button. So we can go to submit and go next. So that's an option. Either way works. It's still going to get you to that same confirmation. So now we're in compartment 5 or medroom shelf 5. We notice that the pediatric CO sensors are below par, so it's highlighted in red. Next compartment, submit and go next. Yep, we're sure. And finally, the last shelf here. Submit count. Okay, so now we're going to submit report because we completed all of the shelves. Send. And that's all done. And that's how you do a MedRoom monthly check. Like I said, there'll be a couple other short videos that will show you how to add items to inventory when they come in from Boundtree and to check them out when you use the last of an item or a big ticket item. All right. Thanks, you guys.